Voice of Indonesia.
Voice of Indonesia from Indonesia to the world. VOI listeners and viewers, today we celebrate a very special day, which is the World Radio Day. A special day for those engaged in radio broadcasting industry and radio lovers, of course. Just like today's special guest of the day, who already joined us on Zoom for a special interview on this special day, World Radio Day 2023, the 12th edition that falls on February 13, 2023. Joining us, Didarul Iqbal, chairman of South Asia Radio Club Bangladesh, and who is also the president of Voice of Indonesia Fan Club of Bangladesh, and also the Mir Shah Alam as the chief advisor of South Asia Radio Club Bangladesh and advisor of Voice of Indonesia Fan Club of Bangladesh. How are you? Good afternoon, Mr. Didarul Iqbal and Mir Shah Alam.
Good afternoon. We are fine. And at first, I thanks to you this World Radio Day.
Yes, happy World Radio Day to you and to us.
Yeah. Happy World Radio Day.
All right. So just like what I said in the beginning, that today the world is celebrating the 12th edition of the World Radio Day on February 13. So actually, how meaningful is it for you and your organization? Yes, please.
Yes, again.
So how meaningful the World Radio Day celebration for you and your organization, the South Asia Radio Club Bangladesh and also Voice of Indonesia Fan Club?
I understand actually the program started by the UNESCO. It is from the 2012 and South Asia Radio Club started from that year celebration in Bangladesh, and from then every year it is celebrated by South Asia Radio Club. And now we are in Odisha, Bhubaneswar, India. We attend here in the International Radio Fair, and from this venue we connected with you.
Okay, so what special event specifically?
Yes. Of course, it's a special events for the South Asia Radio Club because it's the fifth time we attend here the International Radio Fair, and here not only this venue, the Chairman, Mr. Didarul Iqbal already visit your country, China, and other country also, and he attend many events of the radio, and especially the World Radio Day. We celebrate at Dhaka, and many events we attend, and according to the many themes of the World Radio Day, we make many seminars, symposium, and awareness program also on the occasion of this event.
Okay, and I've got information that there is a special event about Voice of Indonesia that you organized.
Mr. Didarul Iqbal attend the Indonesia, of course he will say.
This year, this Radio Day, again, please.
Yes, I got information that you organized a special event that promotes Voice of Indonesia.
Yes, of course, our Voice of Indonesia Fan Club always promote listeners to listen Voice of Indonesia every day.
We here organize VOI, Voice of Indonesia Fans Club, and we arrange some types of awareness program on behalf of you, as because the president here, Mr. Didarul Iqbal, and we some of the members always try to pact with some of our members to promote your VOI, and sometimes we arrange some awareness program like the plantation program and the program in the tea garden for the sanitization and health program in favor of your VOI.
Wow, thank you so much. That's an honor for us. Really appreciate it. So back to the radio itself. What actually makes you interested in listening to radio?
Yeah, we as a listeners club, it is our motto actually to connect the listeners with the radio, and it is our motto. It is our vision and mission also. So for this, Mr. Didar Chairman, Mr. Didar Lekbal, and me and other member always try to connect connect the people with this to make and to change the positive way, all the thinkings, and to do something positive way for the nation, for the country, and for the world.
Okay, but as time goes by, of course, radio broadcast also growing, right? So what do you think about the current radio broadcast if we compare it with the past, say when you were young or a teenager?
Actually, of course, there is some differences between the past radio and present radio. Past radio actually on the base of only radio set, but the present radio, there is a many way to connect with the radio over the social media, over the mobile phone, over the radio set, and especially you say about our young generation on the at the time of study, at the time of journey in the train, in the bus, and in the cycling, and when he is reading also, he used the radio set, and radio actually the part and parcel of the young person to develop himself, his life, and his pleasure, everything.
Yes. And how about the current interest of the younger generation in listening to radio broadcasts, in your opinion?
Radio, actually the younger people, of course, tag with the radio because radio is the first media, and radio is the latest media, and radio is the cheapest media, and it is the media which we can move. It's a portable system. So it is very easy to say, and it is actual say that young people should, and of course, with media as a media with radio.
And of course, why not? Various information of radio such as education, agriculture, health, religious, all play important role in shaping the life of person. Radio as an educational institute or as a teacher. So information broadcaster by radio must be accurate and contribute to pitch.
Okay, just like talking about the growth and development of times like Voice of Indonesia is also accessible not only in the audio streaming but also video streaming, right? That's one of the development. And talking about this year's Radio Day theme, radio and peace. So how do you see the role of radio in maintaining peace?
Of course, today this year's theme, radio and peace, and radio listeners can get the message which can execute it to establish the peace and the position in the world due to the Russia-Ukraine war, due to the COVID situation, and due to some natural calamities like earthquake and cyclone, everything. The message is come from the radio. So if the listeners get the message from the radio, then peace can be established very easily. And I think if every nation which broadcast for their listeners, if they learn it, and Mr. Didar already mentioned it, radio is an institution. I think it is a university also, because there is a faculty of agriculture, extension, education, everything. So peace can be established by the radio message, and if the World Listeners Association and World Listeners can be tied with the positive information from the radio, peace of course can be established.
As a listeners club, we trust the mention the description and participation in the International Radio Fair, Odisha, in India, followed by our South Asia Radio Club arrange listeners conference and support the mention and positive idea to all.
All right. And last but not least, so what would you like to say to radio listeners around the world on the occasion of World Radio Day?
Again.
What would you like to say on this occasion of the World Radio Day to the radio listeners all over the world?
All over the world, our slogan, you listen radio, you listen radio to make a positive change, and you listen radio and stay with radio, and you forget all the harmful things, and you with radio, please.
Okay. Once on the air, always on the air, right? Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Okay. So, Mr. Didarul Iqbal and Dimir Shah Alam.
I'd like to say to all the listeners, please listen to various radio program of the countries and abroad, enrich your knowledge, receive positive information for radio, verify correct information, avoid.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your opinion and insight on this World Radio Day. Once again, happy World Radio Day and keep listening to Voice of Indonesia wherever you are. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, VOA listeners and viewers, that's our conversation on this World Radio Day with Didarul Iqbal and Dimir Shah Alam from South Asia Radio Club and Voice of Indonesia Fan Club of Bangladesh. We'll be back with more interesting program only on voinews.id, RRIplayg Go on Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.
Voice of Indonesia.